Okay, this is a video tutorial on how to make the big book that was originally done by Brenda Crouch of cross-eyed-cricket-creations.blogspot.com. And this is big. The back of the spine is 5.5 inches. It's 9 inches tall and it's 8.5 inches wide. And it is big, but it has this little guy in it, and this is a what do you want to call it? Accordion. No, you'll get it. Anyway, it opens up and it has pockets in here. And I just put big tags in this one. She originally made it as a recipe book, which is great, but I did this with Times Nouveau, so it could be either way. And then here's a front pocket on here. It's just got a couple tags in it. So in a quick step through the book, this one will flip down and these tags go in there. Each one of the pages will have a big tag at the top of the page that goes down in. This one, page 2, will flip up and down and have tags in there. Page 3. Now these things and the tags I did cut with my Cameo. I designed my own thing and cut them. So this one flips up, and then it flips up again, and then this will flip up again, and there's more tags inside here. And then over here, this is just a 6 waterfalls. And on the backs of the waterfalls, I didn't put anything. I left them just the cream colored plain paper. They could be written on or whatever. Lots of magnets in the book. This one flips open this way, and it has a tag. And this one I did on both sides, since you would see both sides of it all the time. And then this page over here just has a big, this just has a big photo mat in it. And then this goes over here. It has a magnet here, magnet there, so it just stays on there. And this opens up and has photo mats in it. This page just has a pocket with a couple photo mats in it. This just has one big photo mat. So you're going to be up to on your own as far as how you want to do what you want to do for photo mats. This, I'm not putting this in the book, we're making this part here, but it does have this flip up here and this down here. This was just something extra that I had added when I made it. This has got 3 waterfalls that go this way. Back here is a pocket. I just took and matted one of the cutouts and put it on there. And then back here is another waterfall with 6. And again, I didn't do anything on the back side of these either. I left them plain. And then I didn't do anything on the inside cover. I haven't decided on the one I'm doing now whether I'm going to put something in there or not. But this is the huge book. And when I made the cover on this, I did it double chipboard, and mainly because it is so big. It'll take a lot of wear and tear, and with the double chipboard, it will definitely help it out some. So I'm going to set this off to the side. And I started this video the other day and got into it almost an hour and realized I didn't have any volume. So I went ahead and cut out one more page so I could make it on here so that you can see how to make, and you'll be making 6 pages exactly like this one. And I'm sorry there's only one, but I just didn't want to make a whole bunch of pages I wasn't going to use. So on this one, you're going to need one piece that is 8 by 8, and then you're going to need one piece that's 8.5 by 8.5. Okay, and what we're going to do is we are going to take the 8.5 by 8.5, and we're going to score it a 1/2 inch on 2 sides. So I'm going to put a 1/2 inch here, and I'm just going to turn it one time. And I'm going to put a 1/2 inch out here. It's easier for me to score. So I have a 1/2 inch here and a 1/2 inch there. And then we're going to take our score tape And we are just going to put our score tape down here in between the score line and the outside edge. So there's that one there. And then this one is going to go down here. And I always burnish my score tape on. Always make sure that I get it on good. Okay, and then we're going to take our scissors and right where, let's see if I can get this, right here where these two intersect, we're just going to cut that off at an angle, just like that. That's going to allow us to have a 45, well, it's close to a 45. It won't be exact, but a corner. So I'm going to fold this one down this way. And then I'm going to fold this one over this way. And you're folding towards the bump. Towards the bump. And then when I connect my two pages, I keep a couple safety pins, paper clips handy. Because I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to put it on here first. I'm just going to line it up. And I'm going to push this down and make sure that corner is lined up. And I'm going to put a paper clip there. And I'm going to come over to this corner and I'm going to make sure this corner is lined up. And this is how I do it. It makes it so much easier for me to keep things lined up. And then I'm just going to pull out this little bit, get it started a little bit, and tack this end down so it stays. I'm going to pull this, and that's down. You know, and keep checking, make sure that this edge is straight. So then I'm going to take the next edge, which is this, the bottom edge here, and I am going to, well, I'm going to take that off of there, get this started out here. It's easier this way. I'm going to make sure that that is there, and then I'm just going to hold this down and peel this off. And that will create your page. Now this is going to be open like this. And what I do with mine when I'm creating a book, because I've been known to get things all upside down and backwards at times. So I'm going to write the word hinge right here, and I'm going to point an arrow that way. Then I'm going to write the word top up here, and I'm going to point an arrow that way. And then I would normally write page, like page 1. You're going to make a total of 6 of these, so you'll have 6 pages. But as I said, I did this, and then it didn't have any sound to it. So my page 1 really is already done. Page 1 ended up being this way. This says page 1. I put Post-it notes on them so I don't get them screwed up. Okay, so these are my tags I made. I did put a couple, found some ribbon that I had and stapled them on the top. So this is page 1. On the back side is page 2. This doesn't go like that. This actually goes like this. It's page 2. So this flips up, down. Here's a pocket here. So I'm going to put these. These are supposed to go in here, but I need to trade them out with ones that don't have the ribbon on them because they just fold up inside. So I'm going to put them there until I get to where I can change them out with a couple others. So these are pages 1, and this is page 2. I'm going to move it over here. I have a tendency, I can even get my pages screwed up. So Post-it notes, awesome things. So then what I'm going to do is we're going to do page 3 and 4. And I have them clipped to, like this says page 4. And there's my stuff for page 4. So this side is page 3. And here's all my stuff for page 3. Okay, so we're going to start by, we're going to put, again, there's my sheet. Matter of fact, let's just do this. Let's just change these for these. I think these will work. These can go inside here, I think. There we go. Okay, there. So those will go in there like that, like that, like that. So that is page 2. Now for page 3, what we've got going on here is we have the flipper that flips up, So we have, and I will put a list of all the measurements. I have everything written down. This piece is 6 3/4 wide by 6 inches tall, and then you're going to come down and score it a 1/2 inch. Okay, so we've got it scored. I'm going to go ahead and fold this, burnish this down. And then this piece we're going to center up here on the top. So let's go ahead and center this. Okay. All right, so I'm going to turn this upside down facing me. So, and I kind of do a center by eyeball. Usually ends up really close. Okay, so there's that is on there. So this is the first flip up. And then this piece here is going to be the next flip up. So what we do, this one's going to go here this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on, so these pieces go to that. I'm going to go ahead and put on, this piece goes inside. Now I cut mine just so they barely fit down inside there, and I don't put a piece of tape across the very edge of this because it makes it easier to slide in. If you go to do this and you can't get it in very easily, you can always take just a little bit on the sides down here and you can cut it at an angle this way. And this will give you, it'll narrow it right there to give you a way to start it in without having any problems. So I'm going to put this piece on here this way, underneath. Oh shoot, didn't want to tear off like all of that. Well, I did it now. Let's see if I can get this in without messing it up. I have a tendency to make it stick. Let's see. Okay, so if we can get this inside here, this way, and up here this way, let's see. Don't. There. Okay, there's that piece down inside there. And then this is going to cover this. This is going to come down. This is going to cover this. This, I have a piece. This is a 1 by 6. So it's as wide as this is. This guy measures, let's see what he measures. This guy measures, this is actually 6 1/4 inches wide and a total of, that ruler is missing the number. And a total of like 10 1/4 inches long. And then I just scored it at 4 1/4. So this piece is 1 inch scored at a 1/2. So it's going to end up being completely in half this way. And I'm going to put this on the back of this, the top of the back of this piece here. So I'm going to mount this right up there at the top, like that. And then I'm going to make sure, I'm going to open this up, and I can see I need to shave off just a little bit of that piece. There. That way when it's folded over, it's not going to be sticking out. Okay, so now what I am going to do to this piece is I took and I drew me a line. I want to hide this piece. I want to cut a slit in here so I can stick this through this and go down this way. I want to put a piece of tape on the inside of this one side as well. There. So this can come down. My other one came down 3/4 of an inch. So a lot of times what I'll do is, it doesn't really matter with this paper which is top and which is bottom. So just pick a side. I'm going to go down 3/4 of an inch here, all the way across. Okay, this piece, back up here a minute. This piece is 6 5/8. So 6 5/8 would be 3. Let's see. 3 and about 5/16 is what it would be to be even. So I'm going to use my center of my ruler here. This is a Tim Holtz ruler. And I'm going to do that. 3 and 5/16 would be halfway between the 1/4 and the 3/8. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. In this piece here, this piece here is 6 1/4 inches. So 6 1/4 is 3 1/8. So I'm going to come on here with a pencil. I have a pencil here, dude. So I'm going to start at 3 1/8, and I'm going to draw me a line over here. And it's actually going to go to 9 1/8. There. So there's my line. It's done in pencil right here. So I am going to I'm going to go ahead and put my ruler back up there just so I can have something straight to work with. And I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to cut this all the way across. There. So now I have a cut here. And then this piece right here, and I am going to go ahead and angle this side that sticks off. I'm going to go ahead and angle this back this way a little bit so it goes inside there easier. So then I'm going to take this and I'm going to stick it down inside my cutout, my slot. There we go. Just down to where, hold on. Oh, that's good. What did I do? Oh, I put it on the wrong side. Well, imagine that. Let me pull this back off. And I want to, I'm going to pull this off because I actually put it on the wrong side. Okay, so it needed to be up here on this piece because this flap needs to come down and stick on there. So let me do another piece that's not the right width. Let's see. It's the same piece I just had. Okay. Let's just go ahead and pick up one of these. This is here. I'm going to cut this to 6 inches. 6 inches here. One inch. This is what? Let's see if I trim this down to 3 1/2. Then I can go to 2 1/2, and I'll be cutting off an inch. Okay. And then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put it right in here, and I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to take my 3/8 inch score tape. I'm going to go ahead and put a piece here. And then I'm going to flip this over, and on the opposite end, opposite side, I'm going to put it on the back side. So this score tape here, not there. And if you flip it completely up, same way, you got score tape here and not there. Okay, and then we're going to fold it. Okay, so let me do this right this time. So this needs to come down. So I need this to stick on this side. You want to stick it onto, if you're making this, you want to stick it onto the short side. If you're omitting this, which is can be done very easily, then you don't have to worry about it. So I'm going to put this here. Oh, what did I do here? I cut this one too short. Urgh. Goodness gracious. I did. How wide is? Oh, I know why, because I cut it at 6 and at 6 1/4. That's the difference. So let's do this again. 6 1/4. Okay, and again, I'm going to trim. I want to go to 2 1/2. Okay. Again, we're going to score this at 1 inch. We're going to get this right, yeah. Okay. Again, score tape on this side. Then I'm going to turn it over and put it on this side. Okay, now let's do this again. Let's fold it, burnish it, peel this off. This will go all the way across the top. Hey, look at there, it actually fits. Okay, so there's that. Okay, and then I am going to cut an angle here to make it easier to get in, and I'm going to cut an angle on this side over here. Okay, now, so see, this score tape is on here, so once I get this put in here, I can peel the tape off and seal it down. Okay, so that's in. Okay, so that's going to go that way. All right. So then I'm going to take this score tape off of this part here. And I'm going to put this down. And then I'm going to come back with a piece of 3 because I want to secure that really good. So I'm going to come back with another piece of 3/8 score tape, and I'm going to go ahead and put this down here so it doesn't tear. Okay, so here is this with this, and then this will flip up here as well. So on this one, this is going to go on here just like this. And then we're going to put a magnet here that's going to stick down under here. That's all that's going to, the only magnet that's going to be on this page. Okay, so I take, and I usually take one short side, the shortest side of whatever it is, only peel off that piece because it allows me to move this around and get this settled where I want it to be. And then I can take and push down on this side here. And I usually will take my bone folder. But it allows me to lift this up and go ahead and peel the rest of the score tape off. To stick it down the rest of the way. Oh, great. Okay. And then I'm just going to smooth this down, and it's going to stick. So there we are. So this is down, and then this flips up, and then I'm going to turn this upside down. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to turn this upside down. This piece is going to go under here this way. Again, I'm going to peel off a short side. Then I'm going to get this settled right where I want it. Push down this side. And then lift it up. There, I'll smooth it down. Okay, so this is going to go this way. I'm going to take this. This is going to come down here. So I want a magnet. And I've been using these. See, these were two I was using. Let's put some tape on here. Okay, peel off. Okay, and I'm going to put this right. I'm just going to not stick it too close to the edge out here. I want a little bit of room there. Okay, and then I'm going to peel off this piece of stickum and stick it down so that they will stay together. And then we will take and put a piece of tape across this one to hold this. And then I'll put a piece of tape across that one too. But first, let's go ahead and put on our pocket. Again, I find a short side where I go end to end. Move this around where I get it where I want it. Now, this was the page I had gotten to when I realized I had no volume on my video. So this pocket I had already put down, but I will show you on the next one how to put your pockets down. Very simple, very easy. Don't let them intimidate you. And I know as a beginner scrapper, a lot of people do. I did. But once you get the hang of it, you're good to go. Okay, so there we go. So we're going to smooth this one down. Okay, so see, this will go down like this. And again, I'm just going to leave my page 3 here so I know which page it is. Okay, so then we're going to take this piece is going to go on here this way. I don't like the way that looks up there. So I'll do something across the top of that to offset it, just so it doesn't. So in that case, I'm going to bring this down a little bit. And I think I have, somewhere in here, I have a couple strips that I cut off that I saved. Always try to save. Is that long enough? That's long enough right there. Maybe. Let's see. It is. So I'm going to take my cutter. Let's see, how much do I need? I need to figure out how much I need here. This. So I had a ruler here somewhere. Oh, here it is up here. How much do I need to cover this up with? I don't like the way it looks. I only need like 1/4 of an inch strip. What do we have here? How wide is this here? Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to cut this here. Whenever I have these little pieces that have strips or whatever on them, I save them. Put this up here. Hope this light doesn't blind you guys. I love my cutter for this purpose. because you can really cut just right where you want to cut at. Okay, cut that strip off. Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to cut it again. There, save this strip just in case, you never know. And I'll need to hide something else or fix something else. So I'm going to take, if I put this down here this way, then I can put this up here this way and cover that up. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So again, I'm going to peel a short edge. This is going to go this way, come down this way, peel this edge down, and then let's peel this off. Whoop, under there. There. And then let's lay this all the way down. And then this is where I'm going to take this guy, and I need some 1/4-inch tape. I'm going to strip down here this way. And then I am going to take this, turn this upside down. I'm going to put this right here, all the way across the top. There. Okay, so there's that. I put that there. This is here. We're going to take this, and I want to put a piece of square tape across that magnet. Okay. So while I'm doing this, this one is going to go in here like this, upside down. So I'm going to again peel. Oop, I didn't do a short edge, I did a long edge on this one. Okay, so let's do that. It doesn't really matter which edge you do, as long as you don't forget which one you did once you peel the tape off of it. Okay, so there's that. Now I also have taken and inked every single one of my pattern papers with that vintage photo. No, yes, vintage photo is what I use, because I don't like to see the white in my pages. Even though I'm using white paper, it would probably blend into it. But I still inked all my pages with vintage photo. Okay, so there's that piece down there. And these are tricky when you're cutting them, because you got to be able to cut them so that you don't show, so everything is going in the right direction. Okay, and then this piece is going to go down here. So, short edge is there. Okay, and then this flips up, and this is the other part of this, and I have this to put in here. So, short edge, peel that off. Okay. there. Okay, so there's page 3. And this stays on there because, like I said, sometimes I lose track. So which page goes where? I'm going to stick that paper clip on there. Okay, so this will flip up. There's room there. You could put photo mat, recipe card, photo mat. The same here. Here's a big blank space here. This will flip up. Here's a pocket. We will stick, well, again, I'm sticking cards in them that won't work. So we will just leave it the way it is. I'll get some in there eventually. Okay, so there's that page. So now we go on to the back to page 4. And here's our page 4. Page 4 is a waterfall page. So let me unclip this. So there's a lot of little pieces here to this one. That one. Those. Page 4. Okay, so on this one, we're going to mount this down first. So find the side that I did. Whoops, that's not it. This is it. Find the size that I did all of the. This doesn't have a right or wrong way to go, so I'm just good to center it and go. Okay. Pull this up. All right. So there we are. So waterfalls. Waterfalls, I cut 6 of them. And these, didn't write the size on them. These are 4 3/4 by 6 1/4. Score each one of them, and I didn't put any tape on them, score each one of them a 1/2 inch across the top. And then we want to get our 3/8 inch score tape out, and we want to put tape on these guys. Oops. Okay, so I had to go get more score tape. So I did, and I went ahead while I had got the score tape on here. So these are my waterfalls, and again, there is 6 of them, and they are 4 3/4 by 6 1/4. Put the score tape. You're going to score each one at a 1/2 inch down. You put your score tape on there, and we're going to fold and burnish them so they lay nice and flat when you put them on. And I cut a piece that is 3 inches by 6 1/4. I'm going to mount these to this. It makes it easier to get them on your page. So I'm going to put these on here, and what you're just going to run them right across the top. So this first one, you can start at the bottom and line the bottom up with this, or you can start at the top and line the top up with the top of the piece. I have a tendency to go from the top down. So there's one. And now the next one, I'm just going to butt right up against that one. So I can put this on here and just butt it right up against there. And burnish it down. And you're going to do that with all of them. This one will go here. Okay, so I have all of those are down, and they all look really good. If you end up with anything that sticks off on the side, you can trim it with your trimmer without a problem. Okay, then what I'm going to do is we're going to take, I have my mats all cut already. These are the mats I'm going to put on this one, and I'm just going to alternate them. So we will start off with the red. The Rust is actually called really Rust. It's an old Stampin' Up! Color that I had here. So that's what I used. Let's see. Okay. I cut my mats 1/8 of an inch smaller than whatever I'm matting. So in this instance, this is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So I cut it at 4 1/8 by 6 1/8. And again on this one, I'm going to leave this empty. I'm not going to do anything on the back of them. I'm going to leave them like that so that they're there for writing, journaling. Maybe they want to put another photo up there to go with the one down below, etc. So I'm just going to, I want to say quickly, but decorating the pages takes longer than making the pages do. Or maybe I should say embellishing the pages, whatever. There is no quick way to do it. And I did take and have all mine cut out because I figured it would save time. We'll go back to this one. And this is the Home Sweet Home collection. And I know you can still get it at countrycraftcreations.com in her store. Oops, I almost did it. See, I almost started to peel them all off. I like to just peel one to get it stuck. Then I can move it around wherever I need to move it around to. Okay, one more and we'll have them all mounted. Okay, so those are all matted. And then this is going to go on here. Again, make sure I've got the right end up. There's up. So this is going to go down on here. Now, I did take on my other one, and I will do it on this one too. I matted down, I taped down, let me see. This needs to go on here. Let me see. How am I going to do this? So this goes this way. This is going to come up from the bottom. So I'm going to put tape on this out. This one here. And then I need to do it the same on this one. One's going to come from the top, one's going to come up from the bottom. And then I want to take down here, go ahead and put a piece on here this way. Because this bottom one I'm going to mat down. I'm going to stick down as well. So let's go ahead and pull up this piece of tape. This is the bottom one, so I'm going to go ahead and stick that one down. Okay, then we're going to take and put some more tape on here. Okay. Okay, that is ready to go down. Okay, this piece is going to come up in the center of this. So this is 6 1/4. I love my centering rulers. So we want 3 1/8. So that means the 6 1/4 is there. And this is 2 inches. So that means we want this to come out to where it's 2 inches. There's 3 1/8. There's 3 1/8. There's a total of 2 inches there. So this is where I want to stick this down at. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm just going to cut through the paper there and the paper there. That way I can peel off there. There's where it goes. You can see that, or maybe not. I peeled from there in the middle right here. I peeled that off. And then this guy, he's just going to come in here, and he's going to go right there in the middle, stick down. And then I have tape here, so when I stick it down, I can go down with it. So this one's going to come here. And then this piece here is going to go the same way down up here. This is going to be easier to do because I can just line it up with this one. As long as you get one of them straight, then you are good to go. Okay, so that's where that's going to go. So again, I'm just going to take my X-Acto knife and just run it right there and right there. And then I will be able to peel that off. Whoops. Peel off when I wanted to peel that off. And then I'll pull this back up and I will make sure that I'm lined up with where I want to be and stick it down. Okay. So then these are going to go this way. So we need to take the magnets. Whoops. My magnet stuck up on my light. I guess that's not a good idea to do. Or up on my camera. Okay. So I'm going to peel off. Hopefully get just the paper. Come on, just the paper. Oh, what the heck. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to put this down here on this part here. Down in the middle. I'm going to slide that off. It's the easiest way to get them off once they're connected. Instead of pulling straight up, you can slide them. Okay, so there's that one. And then this, take off this paper, if it'll come off without taking all of it off. There we go. Stick it back on there and bring this down over the top. I'm going to give it just a little bit of leeway here. Not going to make it go down tight. Whoops, see, there we go. Okay, so let's just take a piece of score tape on there. I'm going to bring this back up just a little bit. And then I'm going to push it off to the side. And then get a piece of tape over the top of that. Okay, so there we are. And I cut it's a lot bulkier than I wanted it to be. Let me move this one. Okay. Let's just take this, loosen this up. I made that too loose. I didn't mean for it to be that loose. Okay. Score tape on there, and then let's do this again. There we go. There. Okay, and then I have already cut my pieces for here. So I think I'm going to put this, you need to put that on the outside or this on the outside. And I will say it was really hard to get this whole book out of one tablet of paper. Let's see, do I want it that way? I don't know, maybe I like it the other way better. I can go either way with it. Yeah, this way. I think I'll go this way with it. Okay, so I'm going to go this way on the outside. These are going to go on the inside. So I'm going to, again, pull off the short edge. Make sure it's going the right direction. All right. Oh, and I better pull this off. I'm good at leaving the ones over the magnets, forgetting to get them off there till after I stuck it down. Okay. So there's that. And then this one is going to come this way. So again, we'll peel off short edge. Now this book is made, I made all my pages, put them on, we used the Stack the Deck hinge that Laura Dennison has on her. She's got a video tutorial on how to do it, but I'm going to show you how to do it. I made all the pages and put them all on the hinge and everything before we put them in the book. If you make your pages first, you will find out how thick your spine needs to be. If you make a spine and then you go to put your oh, look at, I did that backwards. That should have been on the inside. Well, let's see. I'm thinking. Thinking it just might be that way. Because I don't know if I have any scraps. Like I said, this really took every little inch of paper on this one. Let's see, but I'm not seeing. Well, there's a piece there, but I don't know. So I would need to get 2 more pieces out of it. Well, we may just be doing it all the same, inside and outside. Kind of like that farm fresh right there, if I could get it out there. How wide is this? I need 4 inches. Oh, this is good enough. Okay, so these are 4 5/8. So I'm going to cut this 4 5/8. 4 5/8 is right there. Where is that? Gotta do it this way. That is not a clean edge over there. It's just gonna make things be crooked. Okay, 4 5/8. And then we want 2 inches. Let's see. Kind of want that farm fresh in there the best I can do. Okay, so I'm going to do 1 7/8 is what I'm going to do. Give myself that little extra. There, that farm fresh is going to end up in there. And then, what do we got going here? What is 1 7/8 there to there? Let's just this one. And let's turn it around here to 1 7/8. This one. Okay. Alrighty. There's that. And then I need to quickly go ahead and ink this. Okay, and then we're going to tape it. Where is my, I don't know what I did with my 1/4 inch tape. Okay, we'll put 3/8 on it then. Oops, short edge first, so I've got something to work with. That one. Let's do this one. Okay. Pull this back out. Now we have 1, 2. Oh, we've already put 2 on, that's why. So we're going to make this farm fresh right here be on the front bottom. Okay. So, that needs to be trimmed a little bit more. 1 7/8. Oh yes, it does need to be trimmed a little bit. There. Now let's see how this works. Oh, much better. Much better. Okay. Come on. Oh, so there. Okay. There we go. Okay, there's that one, and then this one. So these 2 are extra pieces. All right. Okay. Okay. So there's our waterfall. And then we just have to decide where we're going to put it on here. A lot of times what I do is I look at my strips that I've cut and see if at all possible, if I can line things up. So if this one goes here, technically, that's a perfect lineup spot right there for it. Let's see. The next one line up too? No. But I don't get overcritical about them either, because at times you just can't. That one lines up there okay. If that out there doesn't. Let's see. I just tore that. No. These are just too wide. Well, I think what I'm going to do, I'm not going to worry about those inside right now. I can come back to those. I'm going to get this down so we can move on. I can come back to these. I'll stick them inside here and I can come back and play with them later. So this is 3/4 of an inch from the edge, and this is 1, 2, no, a little more. So we want to move it over. There's an inch. That's 3/4 of an inch. Let's go to 7/8 of an inch there. Okay, so there's that. Okay. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. There's 1, 2, 3. Let's move this over just a tad bit. And actually, I need to just use the center. So this needs to be 7/8 of an inch. 7/8 of an inch. Okay. So there we are. There is where we want it to be. Right there is where we want it to be. So I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to peel this off. I want to peel some of this back as well. Well, let's just do it this way. Peel that off. Peel that off. And I'm going to peel this up just a little bit. Okay. So let's do this again. So there's, okay. And then this is, there. Oh, let's turn this around. It's so hard to do that way. Let's go there, here. And I want this down from there to there. Okay, so there it is. That's too far down. Okay, I'm just going to have to do this the way. Okay, so there, got this stuff down. Now I can finish and go here. On. There you go. Okay. And then I'm just going to smooth that down. Get all these paper out of here. It's going to drive me insane. Okay, so there's that page. I'm just going to take these for now, and I'm going to stick them up inside here. I don't want to take the time it's going to take to trim them all down. Matter of fact, I don't think I should stick them there. I think I need to stick them inside here. So there's more to hold it down. There we go. Okay, so there is our waterfall page. So there's page 3 and page 4. 3 and 4. Okay, and then we got page 5 and 6. So here is, this is page 5. This is a fairly simple page. Okay, so I need to get my page in front of me the correct way. So this is going to go on there. So we have this page piece here that's going to go here. This is our flap that's going to fold. So let's get this. I got tape on it. So this one is 8 by 4, 4 inches tall, 8 inches wide, scored at a 1/2 inch. And I want to take this one. I think it looks much nicer. I'm going to take my 1/2 inch corner rounder. And I'm going to round the edge on this a 1/2 inch. I like that. Which means I have to do it on these pieces as well. So this one here is going to go here. And then this one doesn't matter. It's all the same. Okay. So first thing to do is to take this flap and put it under here so that we don't forget and put our paper down. Okay. You can do this all the way down at the bottom. You could bring it up a little bit if you wanted to. I did mine all the way down at the bottom. Okay. Then we need to take this guy and we'll find out which one I went edge to edge on, which looks like the side over here. This is a square piece, so it doesn't matter. Make sure my writing is going in the right direction. Put that down. Then I can take this and peel off my strips under here. And just let her fall. Okay. I did it. I didn't put my magnet under here. That's okay. That is okay, because you know what we'll do? We will put a decoration of some kind there, and we'll put our magnet under it. So this one doesn't need this magnet's going to go on the inside, not this piece here. So we're going to put this one down. Okay. Okay, so there's that. So this is going to be this way. I need to clean up my edge. I think I'm about time for a new corner rounder. Okay, so this one's going to go under here, and again, I need a magnet that I didn't put in there the last time. So let's see. And I'm going to want it over here, but I have, here's a cut apart that I could put there, and I could make it go underneath there. Let me, because I'm going to put this piece down. I don't want to do that. We're going to go down this way. Cut this off right here. if I can peel it off. Okay, so I'm going to put this down like this so that this sticks. There. Okay, this is a cut apart. I could do that. Or I have another one. Let's see, what can I do here? I could take one of these. The Country Gentleman. Let's see what we got here. Take that home plate home too. You know what? Let's just square it up. I'm just going to cut this down this way. Okay, and then thinking like come on, there. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I want to ink it. I don't want to put anything that you write over the top of because the magnet's going to be underneath it. But I do think that, see, and it doesn't matter where the magnet goes, just as long as it goes somewhere to hold it down. So I'm thinking, I put that there, peel off. Okay, let's put this on here. If I put this here, I could put this right here. Okay, so let's take that, get a little piece over the top of it. See, this can go down here. So, you know what I'm going to do is I have a piece of, I'm going to take a piece of this, just wide enough. There, I'm going to cover that with that. That would be better. So, put this here. This is a part of a 6x6 piece that I don't throw in my little scratch like these. And this is score tape. So you can get the 6x6 at countrycraftcreations.com as well, and they're excellent for books, for covers and stuff. They work really well. In fact, I'm going to show you how well they work when we do the cover. So I'm going to put this on here this way. Okay. I'm going to cut around it. Okay, I need to go around the edge again. I see some white spots there. Okay, so I'm going to take this, and again, even this piece, I'm going to burnish it. Okay. I'm going to pull this piece off of here, and this piece off of here. And then I'm going to get down over the top. There we go. So there's our magnet there. And then, see, I shouldn't have done what I did, and I did it anyway. Oh, I do things the hard way sometimes. I'm going to peel this off. Little piece of score tape on it. Okay, and then I'm going to lift this up and I'm going to put that down there. And there it is. Okay, and there's that. So that is under here, right there. Let's get a piece of tape on it. Okay. Get this stuff out of the way here. Okay, and then we're going to... Now, I'm just papering these pages right now, and then I will probably go back with my stickers and my chipboards and stuff and embellish them. And then I will do a final review of, you'll see those in the final review of the book when I get done completely. Okay, so there's that piece. Okay, so this one is going to go like this. And then we're going to stick I'm going to put some kind of stopper in there. And then we're going to have this one. It is matted on both sides. It's going to come in here this way. So that when it opens up and you see it, you will see both sides of it. So this will go, see if I can put that there for now. Okay, so this is page 5. Pretty simple. Page 6 is going to be very simple as well. Page 6 is just, we're putting this piece on, which goes, this is the up and down. This writing goes all, see, this goes right, this goes on the side. So this one goes all which directions. Now this is a pocket, and it's a side pocket. It's going to go this way on the page, up on the side. So this is 9 by 3.5. You're going to score it a 1/2 inch on this end, 1/2 inch on this end, and a 1/2 inch. So a 1/2 inch on both short ends, and one long end is a 1/2 inch. And then we're going to take, and again, we're going to cut through our score lines so that we can fold it. We're going to cut through those two. We're going to go ahead and fold it and burnish it down. Okay, and then this is going to go on before our paper does. So we have to make sure we have our page in the right direction. There's the spine edge, the top edge. So this is going to go on this edge. So I'm going to turn it facing me. And again, I'm just going to start this a little bit. Pull it out to the side like that so you can see it. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this here. Use one of my tiny binder clips and clip that side down there. And put this one right here. Paper clip and clip this one in there so that it's straight. Make sure it's straight where you want it. And then I'm going to hold down like this and pull this out. So there's that. Okay, take these off. Open my pocket up. And go ahead and remove these two pieces and fold it back up. Easy peasy pockets. There. And I always do take my bone folder and burnish them down. Okay, so then this one, this goes up and down, goes this way. This is going to slide down in here this way. And I didn't need to cut this as big as I did because it's going to slide down inside. My rule of thumb when I do a page is this page, this piece of paper is 7 7/8 by 7 7/8. So if we have 7 7/8 here, and this pocket ends up being 3 inches by the time you fold under the 1/2 inch. So we have 3 inches. So if I take 3 inches away, I got 4 7/8. So you might as well say I got 5 inches. So I will cut it down to 6 inches wide. Okay, so this one can go 6 inches wide and go down inside there enough. There's 6 inches. And this is going to go inside here this way and come back out this way. So it's got a whole inch that goes down inside there. That's more than enough. As long as you have enough, it'll go in and cover where your pocket goes at. It helps with hold that down. So let me get this out of the way. Bugging me. So this is going to go in this way. This is going to go in this way. Okay. So, and again, same thing would apply. If you go to put this in and it doesn't want to go in very easy for you, just trim it in. Mine goes easy, but I'll show you anyway. Just trim in, take a little bit off that side, and a little bit, just a little bit is all it takes, just enough to give you the room you need to get that down inside there. And don't go up too high, or you'll be cutting where it'll show. Okay, so I'm going to take this one. I'm not going to worry about this down here because I have this other tape on there. And we're going to, let's see, how am I going to do this? I do want a piece down lower. I do. I don't know where my 1/4 inch score tape went to. I'll find it when I'm all done. That's usually what happens. Okay, so I'm going to peel this off here. So I want to stick that down inside there and get it all settled. Turn it this way so I can move it around with my thumbs, get it to where I want it, and then push down. Okay. Then let's lift this up, peel these out from underneath here. Alrighty, so that piece is stuck down. And then this is going to be our piece that's going to go here. And that's all there is to page 6. So let's pick a short end, move this around and get it where we want it. Put that down first. And then come back and put these down. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is our page 6, and on page 6 we just have a photo mat that goes inside there. So that one's going to go in there. This one's going to go in here. So there's our page 6, and there's our opening and our top. Okay, that was a quick one. Now we're going to go to page 7 and 8. This is page 7. Get this off of here. And let's take page 8 and put it off to the side. Okay, so page 7. Here we are. So page 7 is the one with the just the envelope thing on it. So what I did is I cut out my cut-aparts here. I left them whole. I'm going to put this up here. I'm going to put this down here at the bottom. This is just going to be a page with a magnet underneath it. That's all it's going to be. So before we get going too far, I'm going, oh, there we go. And I moved my stinking camera again. I so apologize. I moved them down here so I wouldn't do that, and I did it anyway. Okay, so I'm going to take this. We're going to put it, I'm going to eyeball the center of my page. take this piece off. Okay, so there's that. Now we're good to layer our pieces on. So this is going to go there, and this one is going to go, turn it right side. Oh, that's right. That's the way it is. And this one's going to come down here like this. Just kind of the way I want it to go. Okay, so a short side. Let's get this one here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now let's do this just because I want to make sure that it ends up the way I want it. So this is going to go there. And this one, get off of there, don't stick. It's going to go down here. Okay. So that's the way that page is going to go, and then our envelope is going to go on the outside of it. Okay. So, okay, I'll go down, and then this one will go down. Don't stick, don't stick, don't stick. Come on. Up. Okay. So we're going to lay this down here. All right. There we go. All right. So that's that page. I left them intact, the cut aparts intact, and then just ran a strip across the bottom. So let's build our envelope. Again, this is something I cut with my Cricut, with my Cameo. I just made my own files using squares and decorative tags and welded them together and created them. So let's see, we're going to have, first I need to, because I know I'll forget, I need to get the magnet on the back of this. So which way? It's got to go this way. Okay. So we're going to take this, peel up that paper if I can get it up. I say that every time. That worked good. Okay, so I'm going to take that. I want this edge kind of be in the center of this guy here. Okay. And then let's go ahead and get this tape down. This way we don't forget it. So that's going to, see, this is going to sit freely there. And then I'm going to take another magnet and make it touch through. Which one of these works? This one does. I'm going to put this one here. Ooh, it's right on the edge there. I'm going to be moving that back one. I need to move that. I can't. It can't go there. This. Gosh darn it, come off of there. This is going to need to go up higher. I didn't take that into consideration. Make sure you check them. Okay, so this needs to go up in here this way. So that means this one is going to come out of there. There. I'm just going to leave that score tape down there. Where is this at? Okay, there's that one, and there's that one. That works, still works. Okay, so that needs to be up there in order for it to, for my front to close. Okay. Okay, so this is how it's going to go, just like this. So we're going to take and put, this one is going to go on here this way. So we can go ahead and do that. Take again, same thing applies, a short edge. What I use, just till I can get everything lined up. Okay. There we go. Okay, that one's there. And then this one is going to go on the inside this way. Okay, so short edge. Sneeze. Okay. There we go. Okay. And then I am doing these two on the inside. Now these are out of the 6x6 tablet. This is going to go in here, and this one's going to go in here. Just like them so. So let's see. Whoops, there we go. Ah, darn it. Don't. Wasn't even thinking about it. These are a bigger border than the other ones are. Okay. That one. Then I got to get this one down the same way. Let's see. Okay. This one doesn't have quite as much gap around it. Okay, so creating your own, I can tell you that overall, this one I believe is the same. This is 11.5 by 6 7/8 is the size this is. Okay, oh, now we got to put the outside on. So you can kind of do your own thing when it comes to these, unless if you have a cameo and you're good to, oh, this is too big. Oh, this one goes here. Haha. This one goes here. This one is big. And you know how to operate it that way. You can go into your Silhouette Studio and you can create them. I believe Brenda did hers with her cut and emboss. I don't have one of those, but I knew I could create something in my Cameo. If you have a Cricut, you could do the same thing. You could create it in your Cricut as well.